my, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, that's what ended up happening. Okay. Why did it do that? Sorry guys, my audio interface for some reason muted itself? That is new. Alright. Sprout, I do appreciate you letting me know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Let's do the standard game volume. We'll rock that for a while. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me know, guys. Yep, but do you guys hear that? By the way? Do you guys hear no barking? We finally figured out, how to get Charlie to stop, barking. Last time I was here, before he disappeared, he was a bit of a pain. Yeah. Wait. I almost... Blastoise? We didn't get anything cool. I'll take the Meowscarada just because I don't have a good one. And why not? So, Blue, I see you got the shiny Alpha Mudkip. I did. I did get the shiny Alpha Mudkip, and I'm so happy we finally got our hands on one. Alright, we're gonna try, so for those of you guys that don't know, we're gonna try our hands at one ranked battle just to get us a few extra points. And then, this was the team we came up with, by the way. It's supposed to be mainly a Meganium team. But I've actually had a lot more success with this Pelipper team, right? So, we're going to try this Meganium team. No, actually, I want to do the... We'll do the Meganium team one more time. I want to try to come up with something new. So we're going to, after this, we're going to do a smidge of team building, and we're going to go from there. We're going to try our hands at this. I would like to do a Snow or a Meganium-based team, but we'll see. We're going to try to make a anti-meta team along with it as well. Yo, Mr. Riot, how's it going?
Hello there.
So basically, we got Charlie to stop barking. I went and bought a black sheet. And I put it over the window. But it was still a bit see-through. So I ended up having to take a top lid of a tote. And my new Weed Whacker box. Cut it up. And I had to place it in between the door and our storm door. I should probably get my team set up here. Let's see. Wild Charge. I got Wave Crash. I want Pelipper in the back. And then Tinkaton does not have... Let's see. It's got Ice Hammer. Yeah, we're going to go this route. We're going to go the no mega route. And then for the window, I had, I went to Walmart. I bought 2 cardboard boxes, and I didn't even put it together. I just blocked all the windows. Is it the ridge anymore? It's like a shield or whatever. I have no idea why YouTube did that. YouTube has just been nothing but weird. I don't understand why YouTube does what it does. Alright. So, I'm gonna do something a bit weird here. Instead of going for the Wave Crash, I'm gonna go for a Wild Charge into that Azumarill. Because something tells me it's gonna try to switch out to go for the Belly Drum. Aqua Jet. Oh, were you Thunderbolt, maybe? Yeah, that thing might have Thunderbolt. Either way, yep, Wild Charge first. Oh, that hit hard. How much damage did that end up doing? Dude, I hate how, like, the camera's literally in the way. And, like, I can't see part of the... I can't see a part of my screen. Alright, I'm gonna go for the rock slide. And then go for the wave crash into the Gengar slot. Alright, still wasn't enough to take out the Azumarill. That's fine. I was gonna say, it's literally in rock slide range. We did get the Gengar down, though. He's like, this team, I feel like, is pretty solid. It just needs a little bit of tweaking. Fake Tears. Special defense. Alright, that's probably going to be Charizard Y. So, yet again. It's probably going to go for a Mega. And it's probably Y. So I'm going for Wild Charge. That was the answer to your question. I appreciate it. Of course, the Charizard avoided it. The Azumarill is still going to get hit. That's fine. And is this a bot or something? Because why is it Charizard Mega evolving either? That's kind of goofy. This has to be a bot. Dude. I'm not going to lie. This is a pretty good opening. Yeah, the fact that it's going for Scary Face too, this is a bot. Whimsicott again. I'm gonna go for a dual wing beat on it. That I'm going for a wave crash. No, but it's weird the fact that it went for Scary Face. There we go. That's why we have dual wing beat, chat. Literally to take out things with Sash. Sorry, Whimsicott. But I'm still faster, even with that Tailwind up. That was literally, like... I don't think it's alone. I've had it before where... I've had computers like this before. I'm pretty sure that was a computer. Okay, we got the daily mission. That's exactly what I was looking for. Alright, we can quit the battling. I just wanted to make sure to complete that before anything skipped over. Oh. Yeah, this is one thing that annoys me. Like, I feel like some of this stuff is, like, locked behind... Ooh, this is where I get nothing but VP. So I just need to play a lot. Okay. Yeah, no, it's because something I realized, like, getting your VP is kind of annoying. We still have all these to do yet, too. Like, there's 2,000, 3,000, there's like 4,000 VP here. And if, actually 5,000. So, to be fair, these I could probably get a little bit on the easier end, because it doesn't say you can't do it in private battles. So, we got a team to make, chat. I say... Boop. Perfect. Let's get a teammate, chat. I don't know what team to use when I get it. I would say just use a team of some of your favorites. That's what I would recommend. Alright. So we need to get a team up and ready for when Grand Champions Festival happens. Which... I believe that's the 26th. Yeah, so that's next weekend. Alright. Let's get a start. I think we should start with a Mega. Let's start with a Mega, and we should build off from there. Alright, and I would like to try to use one of my favorites. It'd be good with the meta. I'm looking here. Mega Meganium is definitely a good option. I have some. I might take you up on that. Any little recommendations I would definitely take. I will say I want something with Ninetales. Would be good. Like a Snow Room. Like, I feel like a Snow Room team would be good. I wanted to do something with Mega Meganium too. I want to see what other Megas. Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do Meganium in the snow. I don't think that's going to be all that possible. I definitely have a Stallmon everyone runs stalls. Yeah, because... Wait, hold on. A Stallmon? If it's gonna be in the snow... One of my favorite fossil Pokemon. Let's see. Go down the list. Ooh, that or something with Zoroark. I feel like Zoroark could be cool. Yeah, because if the meta seems a little bit stally, I definitely think a ice team could be solid. It is the worst defensive. But I'm thinking we could do, like, Sinistcha. That's what I was looking at, Time Mister. So, we're gonna just put together a little grouping of some Pokemon that would be kind of cool that I would like. Alright, so the Alolan Ninetales, we are gonna have to get a damage calculator thing ready, too. But let's just get a few Pokemon together that I really like. And we'll take out a few Pokemon from there. Honestly, if we're doing a ice team, I feel like Frostlass could be good just for the speed. Here, we'll put Frostlass in there too. We do need to keep in mind, we don't want too many overlapping weaknesses. Yeah, so we could have two different snow warding Pokemon. Or we could give Refrigerate. Mind you, if you look at its attack and its special attack stats, it's nothing really to cry home about. This does get Aurora Veil, though. Okay, it gets... Haze. Ice Spinner. Iron Defense. Wait, it gets Meteor Beam? Okay, not gonna lie. This has, if hit by a special attack, return double damage. But then Mega something else. But that's just it. There's a lot of... If we're not gonna do Mega Frostlass... If we're not going to do Mega Frostlass, I don't think it's a good idea to throw it on the team. Just for the fact of, we're going to need something that's going to hit hard. Let's see, Frostlass. Like, it gets rid of a fighting type weakness, right? But at the same time, we also have to worry about fire type attacks. I'm trying to think, does this have a... I don't think this has a grouping. Let's see. I can look at my Aurora's build along with Frostlass and Ninetales. Here. We're going for a full team. We're going to add... Okay, we got ice. Ice fairy type. And then we're going to have an ice and rock type. Let's see. Yeah, so right there, we already got 2 to rock, 2 to steel. Okay, so that's not so bad. There, let's do weak. So 1 week to poison, 1 week to ground. Yeah, because I think... I'm trying to think, what other Pokemon... I was going to say, available Pokemon. I think... But that also adds another fire-type weakness. I would really love to throw Sinistcha in here. So Sinistcha actually has a really good ability called Hospitality. So it'll restore a 1/4 of my allies' Pokemon HP. But it also gets a move called Matcha Gotcha. Has a 20% chance of burn, but it also recovers 50% of the damage. So I always thought that could be interesting. Alright. Now it's time to look at Megas. Let's see what we can do for Megas. I'm just trying to think. I don't want to add any more fire-type weaknesses. And Aurorus is slow. So the question is, chat. Do we want to do a room team? A snow room? Because if we did a snow room team... Special attack, special defense, speed. Let's start from the bottom. Let's try to avoid any more fire-type weaknesses. Let's see, Scovillain. Attack, defense. I mean, Scovillain, if we did a room team. You know what? Let's not do a room team, actually. I mean... we could do Golurk. Because I'm trying to think right here. Here. What's complex? There we go. That should be fine. Alright, so poison, rock, ground. We already got quite a few weaknesses here. Just from adding those two. What happens if we did... What happens if we... That's still another fire-type weakness, so... I was gonna say, what happens if we did Crab Brawler? If we ended up doing that in a trick room, I feel like that could be pretty decent. Attack, defense, special attack, special. We could just add Mega Aggron. My god, can you imagine Mega Aggron literally with Aurora Veil up? Add with Filter? Oh my god, so Filter. Dude, are you not going to tell me what Filter does? Yeah, I wanted to tell me what does filter do. Yeah, because I know it reduces the amount of special, or of, what was it, super effective damage by 25%. On Auroras, I use Snow Warning, Power Herb with Meteor Beam, Aurora Veil, Ice Beam, Protect. Yeah, and to be fair, this... I probably would do Snow Warning in case, like... I would probably do Ninetales and Auroras both having Snow Warning. Just for the fact, I feel like it's going to do it's going to be solid. Where if I can't bring one, I could always bring the other. We could still have snow up. Otherwise, I probably would have said Refrigerate. Oh, yeah. And it's got to be shiny. So, let's get the moves together. Because, of course, it's going to be Blizzard. Auroras is also going to have Blizzard. Meteor Beam is, I would say, is pretty solid. I mean, it would be the hardest hitting. You know what? I like the way you think. But here's the thing. Is Power Herb... Hold on. I don't think the Power Herb is in the shop. Is it? I don't remember seeing the Power Herb. Let's see. I see Mental Herb. Yeah, that's all I see is the Mental Herb. And what does the Mental Herb do? Let me bring... Unable to... Wait. Causes the user to... Infatuated Taunt. Unable to repeat. Move disabled to healing prevented. Okay. Yeah, because I was taking a look at what held items were available. And I am not seeing anything in the line of Power Herb. So we wouldn't be able to do that. So I think Meteor Beam would be off the table. I don't want to just be a sitting duck for that amount of time. And see, Auroras doesn't exactly hit the hardest. I'm thinking here. Outrage Protect. I mean, we could just do the Aurora Veil Blizzard. No, because if I'm doing Aurora Veil, I won't have to worry about that. Rock Slide, Sleep Talk. Yeah, we could try to do, like, a Thunder Wave or Icy Wind. We could try to do a Thunder Wave or an Icy Wind. Icy Wind would hit both and lower their speed stat by 1. Boa Blue, yo VHS, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. How you doing, buddy?
Hello there.
I haven't seen you in a hot sec. We do have access to Encore chat, by the way. That could be interesting. Snowscape we don't need to worry about. Yeah, because Auroras is not really a heavy hitter. It's more defensive than anything. So I'd say let's try to make it, give it just a smidge more utility than actual attacking. Ninetales, on the other hand, we'll give it Aurora Veil. Moon Blast. Just in case if we run into anything in the line of... Normally, I would be like, you know what? I want to do something different. Scrolling through, I saw your channel. And want you to remember how Gen 1 and 2 had this mysterious vibe to the games. They do. I feel like it's been a hot minute, though. Here, I'm going to put Paint Split on this. I feel like, chat. See, we could do something like Fake Tears, but Paint Split might be better since my HP stat is a little bit lower. I was going to say, because it's not going to be lasting very long. It's not... Raises the user and allies attack by 1. Underroom? We just look... Like, these are, like, usually useless moves, I know, but I'm kind of just... Endure... Yeah, I wouldn't do Flail. Stored Power, Tail Slap. We'll probably just slap Protect on it for the time being. I just want to see what other attacks were available. I was hoping maybe it had something in the line of Endeavor, was what I was thinking. From Team Rocket to Weird Experiments to lure about a war. No, it's weird to think about. Like, we haven't gotten anything in the... Ooh, you know what? That does add another fighting type weakness. Okay, let's see what we could find about War Megas. But, no, it's wonky, though. Like, nothing feels like how Gens 1, 2, and 3 did. Even 3 had quite a bit of good stuff. I'm trying to think. Here. We're going to check something quick, chat. There. We are going to check. Where is it? There it is. Alright, I want us to go to battle. What are the most common Pokemon? I didn't know you were streaming this early. I wasn't really thinking it either. I just wanted to make sure that I could stream and be done before Emily gets home. With everything that happened last night, she didn't get a chance to play Tomodachi Life. So, I want to make sure that... Because she wants to play it while I'm sitting there. I want to make sure that she can have time to where she can sit down and watch. Or sit down and play. So, that's what I'm kind of trying to do right now. Okay, so we're still going to have a hard time with Incineroar and Sneasler. King Gambit as well. So, yeah, I did get Charlie to calm down, though. The kitty cat is still out there. She spent the night. Little sweetheart drew a lot of blood from me earlier today. Loette isn't as high up as I thought. So, I'm looking at this now, chat, right? So, the 2 Pokemon we have on hand. We got Ninetales and Aurorus. I think now is the time to start building... We need to get a Mega. We need to get a Mega. And I want it to be something that's going to do well against fighting and fire. And to be fair... Wait a second. You don't get Trick Room, do you? Hold on. Trick Room. Shit, Delphox gets it. Honestly, for Rigarath, could be pretty good. It could stop fake outs. But at the same time, I feel like we already have quite a few supportive mons right now. So I like to try to have 2 supportive Pokemon and then 2 bulkier Pokemon. Or 2 supportive Pokemon, a Pokemon that's willing to take some hits, and then ones where basically they're just going to go nuts. Let's see. So fighting. Curious Medicine. What's Curious Medicine? On switching, the Pokemon allies have their stats reset to 0. Oh, God. Okay, you know what? That's actually not horrible. I feel like that could either be a make or break. Alright, so... because looking at the team usage... let's go back. A lot of these Pokemon seem to be a little bit on the faster side to some degree. Household, Delphox, Meganium. Yeah, we got interesting. Okay. No, but basically what I did to stop Charlie from going nuts, I literally took a sheet and I placed it between the door and the storm door, and I have it draped over. And then I took the lid of my tote and put it in front of it. And then I took a two cardboard boxes and I blocked off the, I blocked off one of the windows so he can't even see outside. I feel bad, but not much I could really do. Competitive female Meowstic. No, I feel like the regular... you know... I mean... I'm thinking here. So... I would like to get some hard hitters. But at the same time, Mimikyu, I feel like could be pretty good for getting the... what? Is there any Pokemon that gets Endeavor too? Breakeraf actually gets Endeavor. Interesting. So, I'm kind of looking, right? We got a few trick... honestly? Here, hold on. I am actually going to delete. Alright, so we got one attacking Pokemon. Okay, so I want to go back to this. Our next Pokemon's normal and psychic. Alright, that... what did that add? Okay, we don't have that many resists. We do have a negate for Ghost. If we did a Pokemon like a Rangaroo. Here. We're going to take a look at other Megas. Jeez. I'm trying to figure out what Mega we should go with, chat. Here. You know what? I could do this. There we go. I could still kind of get a look. So, oh, Zoroark would be cool. I was going to say, it's not going to be that much of a heavy hitter, but what does Zoroark get? Zoroark Hisui. What moves do you get? Calm Mind, Crunch, Dark Pulse. Yeah, because, like, your defenses really aren't that good. You're basically like a Ninetales, essentially. You're basically like a Ninetales, but do you get anything interesting? It gets Will-O-Wisp. Okay, so that's a no. Let's see, because, yeah, we still... I want to try to do something that's going to be good against fighting and ground for the most part. Fighting, ground, and fire. Which, I'm looking at Delphox. Right? I was gonna say, it's not very bulky. It's not very bulky. It has levitate. It'll stop a fire weakness. Hold on. What does your shiny look like? Okay, not gonna lie, your shiny's sick. Yeah, it does get some interesting moves from the look of it as well. For 2 turns, the target is prevented from healing. Dude, you get Scorching Sands too? Yeah, and it is faster than Mega Gengar. That does stop that. But here's the thing, though. We also got... Oh, it should be able to one-shot Kingambit. It should be able to one-shot Kingambit if we did Flamethrower. Okay, we're gonna do a damage calculator here. Alright. Delphox, Mega Delphox, blank set. We're just gonna do blank sets for this. Make it a little bit easier. Okay, if we're gonna do Flamethrower, and then... Oh, that's with Assault Vest and everything. Yo, Michaela, how's it going?
Hello there.
Hopefully you're having yourself a good day so far. Alright, we're gonna change this. We are a Fire Psychic type. Alright. Add a new Pokemon. What does that add? It added quite a few resistances. We got another immunity. We got another immunity to ground from there. It just adds another rock weakness, though. It adds another rock weakness, which could be a pain. Because right now, one of the top Pokemon right now is Aerodactyl. We wouldn't have anything that could really go up against that, I would say. I was going to say, Aerodactyl is fast. The base speed is 134 here. Aerodactyl is a base 130. Base 130? So I would outspeed. Alright, I want this to be mainly just an attacker. My favorite Mega. Looks so dead cool. I actually have not tried this yet. And we could take advantage of it having Levitate if we get something with, replaces its ability with the targets. Skill swap. Another cool thing we could have tried is Trick or Treat. It'll turn anything into a ghost type. Or we could try to do like Forest Curse too. Mega Clefable. Farigiraf honestly could be interesting. The fact that it gets skill swap. I'm just trying to think anything that has an interesting ability. I was going to say Pixelite could be interesting. Somnia pick up Pure Power, Telepathy. attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed. You see, Meowscarada honestly could be interesting. But that also adds another fighting weakness. You're gonna feed my tortoise. Fair. Wait, what's symbiosis? Okay, it was a good thought. So, we got some good, we got a little bit of good headway. I would like to give it Dazzling Gleam too. It's not a very bulky mon either. It's gonna need Protect. This Pokemon's gonna need Protect. This is gonna be one of our heavy hitters. I do believe it's gonna need Psychic. Let's see, what other threats? Because we don't have any form of speed control or fake out. Let's see. Honestly? Aerodactyl. That's going to add another water type weakness. Yeah, and I feel like we already got 2 water type weaknesses from the look of it. And water does tend to happen. Yeah. Grass and Fairy, that's another fire. Wait, Gliscor's in this game? It gets Sandville. I don't think that's quite going to be useful. HP attack. I mean, the speed stat ain't horrible either. Yo, Delta, how's it going?
Hello there.
We are getting ready for the Pokemon Grand Champion Festival, and we're trying to get a team made up for it. And I want to try to do it around a snow team. And we're just trying to go through. We're trying to cover a lot of the most common threats that we're going to find, while at the same time trying to cover a lot of our weaknesses. Which we got 3 to rock at the moment, which is concerning. Because a lot of these Pokemon like Garchomp and Aerodactyl. Quick Claw Aggron. You see, that was one of the Pokemon that we thought, like, make it a Snow Room team. I figured... Yeah, because we got a heavy hitter here. Hold on. Hold on. I think I have an idea. Farigiraf has an ability called Armor Tail, which it protects me and my allies from priority moves. Right? So if we do that with Trick Room... I don't think I'm going to go with Protect for this thing. This thing also gets Endeavor as well, which could be interesting. I'm not too big on competitive play. I just play to see if I could win in the most ridiculous way possible. No, I actually had a really fun Meganium team. And I was having a lot of fun with that. And it's pretty darn good. But it's one of those things, I want to try something a little bit different for this. So I was going to say, I mean, it does have a decent attacking stat. So, we're trying to think a lot of common threats. I don't know if Aerodactyl? Choreograph, offensive trick room. Okay, so if I do like Thunderbolt, right? If we did Thunderbolt and we did this against... Okay, I want to do this... Thunderbolt still wouldn't be enough to kill, even with the special attack at max. Up until Ultra Ball tier. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've seen a lot of people have been, normally Sun teams were, like, super powerful, but... Not so much anymore. Not so much anymore. It's been mainly Sand. Twin Beam, that wouldn't be worth it. I mean... Helping Hand. I'm trying to look at potential moves that could be interesting with this. That could throw some people off guard. But I'm also not seeing anything super interesting. Besides for potentially Psychic Noise. Psychic Noise could be useful. Let's see. Plus 20 for each. Okay. Wish. Wish for regret. Ooh, actually. Alright, we'll rock Psychic. I have super slow Tyranitar with either Excadrill or Aggron as a partner, then Hatterene for support. I forgot Hatterene was in this game. I completely forgot Hatterene was in this game. I completely forgot about Ally Switch. I think Farigiraf is going to be very good, literally just to combat the Sneasler. It does get Trick Room and stuff as well. I feel like Dazzling Gleam could be good. Yeah, I think we'll do the Dazzling Gleam. We do have Ally Switch as well, which, trust me, I feel like that is going to be, like, not many people use Ally Switch anymore. But basically, it'll switch your Pokemon from left to right, so it messes up when it comes to targeting them. Alright, we need some heavy hitters. And oops. So, Aggron. If we're going to be doing Mega Aggron, looking at its stats, its attack stat is pretty solid. Alright, Body Press. There we go. We're going to go for the Body Press. The Heavy Slam. Well, all physical attackers. I might bring Amoonguss or Clefable for Rage Power or Powder or Follow Me. I was going to say, I believe... I just don't like how it's adding... Well, I mean, it's a base Steel type. Add with Snow Warning as well with Aurora Veil. That sets up both screens. I want to try the Aggron. I genuinely want to try the Aggron. Let's see. Earthquake could be interesting. Hold on. All right, we're going to do blank sets. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the wrong Pokemon. Alright, so... Body Press would just kill it. But that's without defenses. What would Earthquake do? Oh, geez, not as much. It gets Iron Defense too? Yeah, this thing's gonna need Protect as well. This thing's gonna need Protect as well. We also got Aurorus too. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I thought there was an ability or a move. I thought there was a move where you can literally increase everyone's defenses. Hold on. Cotton Guard. Coil, bulk up. Iron defense, hard defense, girl. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, it was a good idea. It was a good idea. I was wondering if I could get a slower Pokemon that can actually end up doing that. I was gonna say, I kind of want to keep the Delphox as well. I want to slow... That's asking for a lot. That is really asking for a lot. I just don't like how there's... I got quite a few weaknesses here. That's the one thing that concerns me. I'm trying to think of other Pokemon that would go well for a snow... I mean, Avalugg. Yeah, I just don't... Well, oh, another Ice Rock type. So... Yeah, that is just pure ice. Okay, back. Yo, welcome on back. Yeah, I don't know if we'll do Aggron. Genuinely. Like, I like this Trick Room idea. But it also concerns me. a lot of these Pokemon... Rotom Wash wouldn't be bad either. Here, I am thinking we could do the Garchomp. Rotom Frost. That's gonna add another fire type weakness. So I think we would try to go for Wash. So Wash is gonna be pretty... Let's see. I don't like how many special attackers we got. I was expecting top 5. I think it's something to do with the synergy right now. Even if you get hit with super effective move with Aggron, Filter reduces it. On top. You know what? I think I'm agreeing with you. I think we should try a Snow Room team with Aggron. Yeah, because Filter does reduce super effective damage by 25%. I am just thinking more in the line. Like, I'm going to keep the Delphox there for now. Sturdy, Rockhead. The Pokemon's weight is doubled. Question is, do we do Sturdy? I feel like Heavy Metal would be better just for the fact of... So, we got the defense stat. And then we also have Heavy Slam. The thing that concerns me with this Aggron... Right? So, we would have to worry about special type attacks. Here. You know what we're going to do? I want to bring an Aggron in. We're going to bring an Aggron in. Warm-up challenge. So, we got a general idea on how we want to do this. Let's go into home. I want to bring in Aggron. I also want to try to bring in... I believe we already got a Ninetales. I don't think we got a Garchomp yet. But I want to bring in an Aurorus. And I believe I still have a shiny for Farigiraf we did not bring over. Yeah, because, Sandstorm. The weather condition, what does that do? Try to... What is the effects? Because it's supposed to... Activates... I thought it... Generate... Erases special defense of all rock-type Pokemon by 50%. That's what I was looking at. right? What does snow do? It boosts the defense of all ice-type Pokemon. All moves, items, and abilities that affected... Yeah, okay, so we got that. So, was that... Yep, that was a shiny Fergraph. Okay, we're good. So, we need to bring over... We gotta go to list view. Then I want to sort by national Pokedex order. So, Aurorus. That's X and Y. I believe I got a shiny Aurorus. Wait, not have one on hand? Oh, I got a regular Aurorus. I mean, that'll do. That should do. And then Aggron. Yeah, I accidentally clicked on Milotic by accident. Let's see. Aggron should be up here. Oh. Okay, we'll just use the Pokemon Go one. I mean, it'll work for now. I'm trying to think of any other Pokemon that could be good. So we got the Aurorus. We got the Aggron. I think we brought a Delphox over? Here, we'll do Delphox just to be safe. We'll bring over one Delphox just to be safe. No, I got a bunch of shiny Pokemon I need to transfer over yet. Oh. You know what? We could just skip the Delphox. Unless you want to be mean and bring Snowcloak Frostlass. And I mean, I totally could. I'm just trying to be very careful on all the Ice-type Pokemon I bring. Because we got a big rock weakness. And looking at the common Pokemon, like it's Incineroar, King Gambit, stuff like that, I'm trying to not have, my Pokemon are weak to, like, all the top threats. That's kind of what I'm trying to avoid right now. Here we go. I need to go to recruit. Not the shop. Well, actually, I am going to need to get Aggron's Mega Stone. We are going to need to get Aggron's Mega Stone. Where are you? Oh, you know what? Actually, I might have already gotten... They might have already given me Aggron's Mega Stone. So... all those physical attackers, Aggron wants cereal of those attacks. It's going to be one of those things where I think the Aggron is going to be a pretty decent call. No, I want to collect these Pokemon. Let me take them, please. Nom nom nom. Thank you. Alright. So, let's get a team made up together here. I'm going to have to get rid of a team, but... empty the slot. Empty the slot. You could stay. You could stay. You could stay. Empty the slot. Alright. We're going to take the Aggron. We're going to take the Aurorus. And then... we needed an extra Pokemon. And genuinely, I don't think Garchomp gets Tailwind. I'm trying to think of a Pokemon. Honestly, Zoroark could be interesting. I should just put a Rotom in. Rotom would block a lot of... Alright, so... We're gonna start training this Aggron, by the way. Let's see. Train. And then we'll have to do the same with Aurorus. So, I want this to be more on the defensive side. Actually, hold on. Aggron's stats. I'm looking at it now. Its defense is already pretty good. I'd say we should do a careful nature. There. Then I think the defense we need to max out too. But then HP is going to be important. Genuinely, we should be okay if we did 110 for the special defense. There we go. We got the careful nature. Rock Slide would be solid. Oh my god, you got so many interesting moves. Alright, so we got Body Press. We got Heavy Slam. Metal Sound? Oh, that's only single target. Huh. Emily, shouldn't you be at work? Get back to work. We will try our hand. I think Steel was down here. Steel Roller. Iron Defense. There we go. I was thinking if we did, chat, if we did Sturdy, I feel like Heavy Metal is still going to be the better bet. I was going to say, how many points is that? Commence the training. God, that's a lot of points. There, use a ticket. Alright, so we got the Aggron done. Now is Aurorus. Let's see. It's more especially defensive, I believe. Right? I believe it was more especially defensive. Use Meganium in a rain team. I do already have one of those. We're making a snow team at the moment. So hold on, I can back out. We're making a snow Mega Aggron team. We actually do have 2 Meganium rain teams. We got one more geared towards taking out the top mega threats. And then we got this one with the double mega with Dragonite and Meganium. To be fair, Archaludon is honestly a solid Pokemon. I just wish I would be able to get rid of one of these Pokemon for Aerodactyl. Alright, so I need to figure out... No, we're not swapping. We're going to do a training. I think I'm going to make this more specially defensive. Just for the fact we do have the snow. We do have the snow that's going to raise our physical defense by 50%. And get rid of the speed. It can work with Trick Room. Uh, here. Let's give ourselves a special defensive nature. We'll go for the calm. Oh, yeah, big time. All right, so for here, we're doing Aurora Veil. I mean, we could go for the Weather Ball. But I am thinking Blizzard is going to be the better bet, since we're going to be breaking that up. We do have Thunder Wave. I'm thinking Icy Wind. And then we're going for Protect. Or Encore status. We would have a form of speed control. Here, we're doing Snow Warning. Rock Throw. We're gonna... Yeah, we'll give it Protect. I feel like this is good. Come control my speed? Nah, I'm good. We're also gonna use a ticket. Yeah, it's... Okay, solid. Alright, the Farigiraf we already kind of have. The attack for defense boost. Alright, we're gonna switch this Pokemon up just a smidge. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of Hyper Voice for something a bit different. Wish could be very solid. Let's see. I thought there was... Hold on. I got the... Dog up here. It was Ally Switch, wasn't it? Yes. It was Ally Switch I was looking at. Let's see, it's up here. There we go. And then I think we'll get rid of Wish. No, we're not actually going to be using Mega Garchomp. Fun fact. So, if I do Ally Switch, I'll need to get rid of Wish. Which, to be fair, I think that's actually going to be the better bet. Let's see. Protect, I think is going to... Yeah, I think that's actually going to be solid. Yeah, I'll just use the VP. Yo, Futuristic Ninja, how you doing?
Hello there.
We are working on making a team here. And I'm trying to remember, what did we give? Ninetales was just the regular set, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the regular set. The Garchomp, we didn't come up with anything for Garchomp yet. But I do think that right there is a good bet. That right there is a good bet. Yeah, I was going to say that looks solid. Yet again, this looks all over the place. We are doing a pseudo trick room. I kind of want to get rid of Rotom for something a little slower. Because we got two slower Pokemon here. We got two slower Pokemon here. We got two fast Pokemon. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we should have one more Pokemon that's a bit slower. Well, here's the thing with Sinistcha. There we go. The thing with Sidisha, we already have quite a few Pokemon that are weak to fire. I'm looking at technically 2? 1. Let's see. It'll add an extra ghost. Here, let's just throw it in. Grass and ghost. Added another... Oh. Yeah, that could be a problem. I was going to say, it would block the rock, but yet at the same time, it gives us another issue. I was going to say, I think Sidisha as well. Let's see what we're looking at. Another slower Pokemon. Okay, that's a little bit faster. Valuable gets soak. Emboar wouldn't be worth it. But, like, no speed investment. I mean, that would be kind of solid. If we're going for another slow Pokemon, I'm thinking of... I want something that's going to be able to hit hard. Hatterene? It is Psychic and Fairy. That would block the fighting type weakness. That would stop fire. That would add Ghost. Hold on. I'm curious with Hatterene. No, that adds another steel type weakness, though. Oh, you know what I just thought of? Futuristic Ninja, I kind of like where you're going with this. I do like Coil. Alright, we got Scald. To be fair, we could do Blizzard. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that... I mean, Recover could be solid. Genuinely, Recover could be solid. Surf? No. Let's see. The crit ratio? No, not so much. Rain Dance, Safeguard, Skitter Smack, Scale Shot. Alright. We wouldn't have to do Ice Beam. We'd be able to do Blizzard. It raises the speed. So wait, Scale Shot. It takes my defense down by 1, but raises the speed. So technically, if we did that, it would... Is Lucario an option? Probably not, just for the fact of we're trying to avoid any more fire type and fighting type weaknesses. So that's kind of the thing we're running into. I see a Meowscarada. No, Meowscarada actually was in the cards. Meowscarada was in the cards. This is probably not going to be the only team I make, by the way. I'm kind of just looking at a lot of team comps right now. And looking at Scale Shot. Yeah, it's going to increase our speed, but that could also help us outside of Trick Room as well. That could really help us outside of Trick Room. And it would also increase our defense. And with Aurora Veil being up, it would literally be perfect. I am going to want Protect. And we're going to need one more move. That is physical, though. I mean, is Ice Beam... Okay, you know what? We'll do Ice Beam. All right. Blue, want to hear my team at the moment at Ultra Moon? Let's hear it. I like the Milotic. I completely forgot about competitive. Let's see. Where is... there it is. We will bring that... Oh, window capture, go down. There we go. Here. We're going to put that right there. Because I think it also has a decent amount of bulk. I think it does, too. Do I even have... I do not have a Milotic in here. Okay. Then... we'll get rid of Rotom. We will need to back out. Back to Pokemon Home! Barraskewda could work. Barraskewda. Why is that not typing in? Just say, I'm trying to remember, what do you have? HP attack, defense, it's fast. It is really fast. Don't you get Swift Swim, Propeller Tail? Okay, it does get Swift Swim as well. Dude, why does that thing get Throat Chop? Outside of Trick Room in case you can't use it. Yeah, I was gonna say, we already got 2 fast Pokemon, and we got 1 decent. And with Scale Shot, it should... we do get an increase. I think this is our only Milotic at the moment. Here. Let's go to List View quick. We're gonna go by National Pokedex order. And just scroll all the way down. Right, Gen 3. It's gonna be down more. Okay, yeah, these are our only 2 Milotics. That's the one I want. Yep. Alright, set for a visit. Why so many Charmanders? Pokemon Go. It was one of the community day events. I literally was in Chicago and I was just walking around and bam. The last Pokemon game I played was Pokemon Moon 2 months back. When I'm back home from university, I love playing Elden Ring. Dude, I have not played Elden Ring. That is like, I love Dark Souls type games. It's just, I don't like the, I guess I would say like the atmosphere of just Dark Souls. It's a little too dark and gritty. I would like a little bit more of a fantasy feel to it. I feel like that's where Elden Ring would be perfect. Currently free to play. Somehow I got Milo to consider Lord Caesar. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've had Pokemon Home for a while. The only thing I did is because I knew I was gonna be taking part in the Grand Champion Tournament. I did end up doing the starter bundle. To be fair, I'm kind of happy I did. Just for the fact of that would be a lot of grinding to do in a short amount of time. So I'm kind of happy I did that. But I can see this game being extremely free to play. But I don't know how long it's going to be like that for. I don't know how long it's going to be staying like that for. Because then we got all those new Pokemon. We're going to have all those, the new gimmicks, all the new items. I feel like it's not going to stay extremely free to play for long. Alright. I'm going to need to train him up. I want to keep the Swords Dance. Honestly, I'd Garchomp. Actually, no, because we don't really have Redirect. Oh, actually, we do got Ally Switch. Never mind. Elden Ring is perfect for that. It's beautiful. I was hoping on getting it for the Switch. I'm not getting it for the Switch. Honestly, we could... I don't want to go for a lower speed. Let's just go for modest. If we do that, we're going to get rid of Coil. We're going to go for Scald. Let's see. Triple Axle. Scale Shot. Try to think what else. It was Ice Beam? I mean... Weather... no. Tickle? Let's see... Yeah, we'll just do Ice Beam. I was thinking Weather Ball. Wait. Was Life Dew in here? Huh. It's a mix? I see what you mean. Alright. Now, let's get all this canceled. I kind of want to go with Protect. Okay, so... that's gonna increase the defense and the speed. Okay, so I think we should get that. We're gonna put 1 point there. The question is, do we do bulk? Yo, Gabe, how's it going?
Hello there.
Hopefully you're having yourself a good day. I am just thinking here. I feel like making it bulky would be a good idea. Investment into... actually, you know what? Let's see what a lot of people have been doing for doubles. What's that? What? I'm actually curious on this, too. No, don't revert the moves. Oh, what's been doing Scale Shot? Yeah, so the defense, a little bit of the special attack, a good amount in HP, and then that one in special defense. Honestly, I'm going to get rid of that special defense. I'm going to plop it right into special attack. I would just lurk. At least I was able to make it. Can't stay though. Hey, look at you. I appreciate you coming in to lurk. And it's okay if you can't stay. I understand. It's Friday. A lot of people are running out doing stuff on Friday. Most of the investment into special attack. Alright, I think the HP stat is solid. Screw it. We're going to rock with this. We're going to see how well this works. I'm using a training ticket. There we go. I had a 2-mile bike ride. Just trying to rest. Yeah, don't push it. Please do not push it. Stat boost. If you can, just chill a smidge. The Agronite. I think the Milotic should get the berry. I kind of want to get rid of Dragon Claw. I probably shouldn't, though. Farigiraf, I feel like... I think Aurorus... Honestly, we're going to give Aurorus the Quick Claw. And honestly, I was thinking... Let's see, the defense is special defense. Defense, special defense. Yeah, I think my Milotic should get the leftovers. Alright, we're going to give you the Citrus Berry. Garchomp can Mega Evolve. That is true. Hold on. I want to see what... I want the champions. It would increase the attack by a lot. And it does lower my speed a little bit. This is gonna sound weird, chat. Now hear me out. Since we have Trick Room, and Mega Garchomp is technically slower. I'm doing this for kicks and giggles. Do we have Mega Garchomp? Do we have the Mega Stones? I think I actually have to buy it. Oh, no, I don't. So, normally, I would be laughing at you actually saying Mega Garchomp. But I think you're onto something. All right, we're going to give this team a shot, chat. Wait, we didn't finish training Aurorus? Almost looked like we didn't finish training Aurorus. Could have sound weird. Bruh, I don't know a thing about competitive, so I don't mind. I think we should probably put the rest. Yeah, I'd say we just make this pure bulk. We do have to calm. We got Snow Warning. Just played played Cafe Remix. It's not a bad way to play. Just nice and chill. All right. We should be able to get one game in before Emily gets here. All right, chat. Let's take this team for a test drive. Basically, Mega Garchomp is classified as worse than normal Garchomp because it's slower. That's pretty much the reason. All right, begin the matchmaking. So we do have two Snow Warning Pokemon, which is going to be good. Let's see. Okay, this is an interesting team already. Oh god, we got two Belly Drum Pokemon. Let's see. We got Steel type and Rock type, which is going to be a problem. That's why I'm thinking that and Aggron. I'm worried about the redirection. Yeah, I'm thinking I want to get that up as soon as I can. I think for Rigoraph, actually no. I want the Milotic. I don't think the Aurorus is going to be all that good. Charlie. Yeah, I didn't have enough time to click all my Pokemon. That's oopsie poopsies. Really? That's what you named your freaking Mousehold? That's what you named the Mousehold. You know what? That Mousehold is going to try to do Friend Guard. And set up Aurora Veil. Omni Ring. I'm not complaining. No, it's just, I find it funny that, of course, they would name it something like that. Like, come on. All right, we got Aurora Veil up. Low kick? Okay, I was not expecting that. Not gonna lie, I was not expecting that. Body press. Alright, goodbye. It's gone. Okay, now the question is, I'm currently using Mega Dragonite. However, it basically isn't even being used. I support them. Right? It was more just the line that caught me so off guard. You know what? Heavy Slam into the Spiritomb. And then I'm actually going to switch out. I want to bring the Milotic in. I want to bring this Milotic in. Dude, I should have known that low kick was coming. I should have known. Dude, the wall has risen. Alright, Cosmic Power. That thing is gonna hurt me. Heavy Slam. Dude, why? That barely did anything. Bruh. Leftovers. Yeah, the wall isn't so much of a wall anymore. Alright, I'm just going for the life dew. I need to heal the egg run up. I think we lost. That first turn screwed us up, and I'm really surprised Heavy Slam didn't do any more damage than that. Not gonna lie. I was expecting it to do a bit more than that. What, it only did like 24%? Life dew. Come on, heal you up a bit, Aggron. There we go, Cosmic Power. I think we're about to get swept, boys. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do a little bit of testing with this team. You're just gonna burn everything. Maybe it has a good defensive stat. And I mean, that's very possible. It's just, I thought it would do more than just that. But the good thing with Heavy Slam, if the target has minimized stat, the power is doubled. Yeah, I was going to say, Heavy Slam ain't going to be very effective. Body Press, on the other hand, though. And then I'm going for Scale Shot. I know it's not going to do very much, but 3 times. Defense lower. Speed rose. That did not increase the special attack stat. Yeah, that's a loss. That's a loss. Yeah, with our Mega being burnt the way that it is. I mean, the only way I could see us potentially winning is if we could take the Spiritomb out. That's the only way I could see this happening. Scald. Burn. Yeah! Charge Beam. Oh, you actually lived. Alright, special attack rose. This thing is going to be a menace. Foul play. Dang it, it only activates if it's lowered by the opponent Pokemon. Example, Intimidate from Incineroar. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, I think this is a loss, chat. The Aurora Veil wore off. I was going to say, I could at least take a second Pokemon out, potentially. Yeah, this isn't the type of playstyle I normally go with. I think it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Charge Beam. I'm gone. I was going to say, depending on what comes out. Heavy Slam. That's like barely doing anything. You know what? I'm going for it. Zoom? Okay, this is gonna seem weird. I'm still going for the Aurora Veil. No, it's still possible, but something tells me Zoom is Belly Drum. Something tells me Zoom is a Belly Drum. Yeah, and the problem is, I don't really have much to even handle this thing. Yeah, I think if we're going to be doing a wall team like this... Super effective on Aurorus. Stored power? Goodbye. Goodbye, Aggron. Aurora Veil. I needed that. To be fair... What do we got? None of my attacks are going to be very effective. You know what I say? Let's just hope and pray we get lucky. Abilities do play a pretty decent role in this. It's more the line. I think I probably just brought the wrong team. Yeah, this team does kind of counter ours. To be fair, I probably should have picked a little bit better. Aqua Jet. Yeah, but wait, you just used stored power. All your boosts should have went back to normal, I think. Freeze? Yeah! We froze Zoom. Wait. Should it... Does it stored power release everything you have? Come on, freeze. I mean, it's still not very effective. We're just gonna keep blizzarding. No, I should have brought Garchomp. I wasn't thinking. Like I said, if I would have brought Garchomp, I think it could have been a different ball game. Freeze the Chibaco. Yeah, that's a loss. All right, though, chat. It is 3:30, almost. So what we're gonna... I lost to some schmuck. Would have brought Garchomp instead of Aggron. Yeah, I think I probably should have... Oof. I probably should have done that. I'm looking now. Right? Hold on. We're going to check our boxes again. I think... Dude, some schmuck did destroy me. It was bad. I don't know how I feel about Scale Shot. Lowering my defense, but raising my speed. I might take Scale Shot out. Garchomp, genuinely, I might keep. I'm potentially thinking about getting rid of Aurorus. Like, I like the option of having Aurorus in Trick Room, but I feel like it just does not hit as hard. I want to see something here. Here, we're going to check the ice type. I mean... You know what? I'm kind of tempted. What about Crabominable? Like, Mega Crabominable. Like, instead of... I'd bring a Fake Out user. There was an interesting Pokemon that I saw that got Fake Out. Where was it? I think it would be a good idea to use some new ice types. Yeah, like, Ninetales or Aurorus I think is solid. To be fair, I think Ninetales is the better option. Personally, it hits harder. Oh, it was Tinkaton. Tinkaton actually gets Fake Out. And it gets Pickpocket. If this Pokemon has no item and is hit by a contact move, it steals the attack. That or Own Tempo. The Pokemon cannot be confused and is immune to Intimidate. But that's also another Steel type. I was looking at Frostlass. To be fair... I kind of want to get rid of... I want to get rid of the Aggron and the Garchomp, I think. Get rid of the... I like the Aurorus. I just don't think it's usable. I just don't think it's all that usable. Like, it's good to have something for Trick Room. Fake Out. See, Incineroar. Even Wolf Glick used it. Yeah, I saw, he had a very similar, let's see. I didn't see the Snow Team video, but this was a team that I came up with. And the only difference, I think, from his team and mine was I added Tinkaton in here. I need to take the scarf off, but the Gigaton Hammer with Metal Coat was able to take out Mega Gengar in one hit and Mega Floette in one hit. Barraskewda. Why Barraskewda? Oh. Yeah. Delete. 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 Mega Frostlass. We're gonna do Aurora Veil. Nasty Plot to get a bit... No, actually, I can't do both. Actually. All right, chat. Hear me out. Curse Frostlass with Hospitality Sinistcha. No, I've been dwelling on the idea of doing It wasn't curse. It was... That's something. No, I know it sounds weird. I was originally thinking about putting Destiny Bond on Frostlast. That was one of the ideas that I had. But I just saw Curse. No, but like if you switch... If I end up using Curse and I do like Sinistra, for example, and switch it in, I get 1/4 of my health back. Right? And what's life do? That's another 1/4. So at half. So I'd get my health back. Just by switching in and doing a move. And on top of that curse, it's going to do... I believe it's 1/4 of their health. And if they don't want it to die, they will have to switch it out. Let's see. Halves their maximum HP. The opponent gets a nightmare. Well, how much damage does it do? It says it gets a nightmare. It doesn't really say. Alright, though, chat. I think we are going to end the stream here. Depending on how things go this weekend, maybe we'll do another stream. I'll keep working on getting this team put together. And I think we're going to go from there. I think... I want to do a snow team. I want to do a snow team. Unless... I've had some decent... okay, well, the team's gone now. I had some decent success with Meganium. But I think we got 3 Pokemon in here that I want. I want Fergaraf to stay. I feel like the Arbor Tail is going to be solid. We also got Ally Switch as well. Which I know how stupid that sounds. I've had very good experience with Ally Switch. That, for research. No, that's what I think I'm gonna do. Like, the reason why I'm so dead set on... I always really liked snow teams, and Alolan Vulpix is kind of the channel mascot. So I want to do something in there. Like, I'm entering a 10,000 person team, or, tournament. So even if I lose, I'm not too upset. I just want to give a good show, honestly, at that point. Alright, but guys, we are going to end off today. I need to let the dog out before Emily gets home so he can poop and pee. Then we also need to FEED him. Like I said, though, chat, depending on how this weekend goes, maybe we'll do another short stream. Add Futuristic Ninja. Nerve, I appreciate you. Well, I should just say Varsh. Varan. I'm going to say it like that. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming in and helping me out. I like the Aggron idea. I think that it's going to have to be its own team, though. I think that with Snow, it could be a good idea. I think the weaknesses are just too much together. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see everyone tomorrow, or potentially tomorrow. Goodbye!